Hey everybody, hey, Carlotta Berry, I am back. I made a video about 2 hours ago, and that video is talking about getting to a point to where you feel comfortable telling others no, when you just don't want to do it, or you need to say yes to yourself. And I was talking about how I had to leave my furry friend behind because I needed to get some cardio in. Well, guys, as you see right here in my lap is my furry friend that I was speaking of. And there he is. And although I said no to him and leaving him because I wanted to walk at a really good fast pace, and I only had limited time to do it, I left him behind. But although it's almost dark, I want to make sure that he gets his fun in, his playtime in, and and he'll sleep well tonight. So I just thought I'd go ahead and hit record to say that in the midst of us getting better at saying no, we can also learn to compromise. And it doesn't mean that you're compromising yourself. You can put yourself first still, while being sensitive to the needs of others. And so I just thought I'd go ahead and hit record again because there he is. His name is Royal. If you don't know, Royal, say hello. His name is Royal. And he wanted to get outside so badly. And I have to just accept who I am. I'm a very loving and caring, and I'm very sensitive to others and their feelings, and that is a part of me that I love, but I've got to find a balance to that, to where I can recognize when someone is taking advantage of my sensitivity. And that's something that I'm getting better at, not to be manipulated and not to be made feel guilty when I am saying that I can't do something, not that I'm trying to hurt them or hold them back or block them from the goodness that can come their way. I'm actually saying no to them because I'm choosing me and I'm saying yes to me. And so if you have not seen the video that I made just a couple of hours ago, go back and look at it and ask yourself if you're guilty of doing this, and that is saying yes to people when you know good and doggone well you need to say no. And you need to put yourself in that category of first. So we're going to learn this together, because my channel is all about being good to yourself, being true to yourself, embracing the things that make your heart go pitter-patter, what you're passionate about, and growing and learning and, living a full life. And if you're always saying yes to everybody else, then that means you'll never get the chance, to go in the direction that you really truly want to go in, because the whole time you're showing up for somebody else and you're doing it on the regular, then do you know the less you're going to be able to show up for yourself. And you know what else I have discovered, because when I talk about things, I ponder what it is that I'm sharing with you all, and I'll even ask myself, like, why do I do a particular thing, or why do I not do something that I probably need to do? Where do I take the responsibility for not being where I am in life? I'm really on this journey in my life, being real with myself. And what I have gathered as well, when it comes to saying yes often, and then later, you're saying yes because you're wanting to be not viewed as a selfish person or not a good person, after you've done the thing and you start to feel some resentment because you say yes when it really didn't come from a good place. You said yes out of guilt, or you're trying to get approval, or you wanting to be liked, and I really had to think about that. And I think, I was raised in a very strict upbringing, and maybe I was trying to get approval from my parents. Maybe the fact that I was the youngest in the family and my older siblings, pretty much could tell me what to do, and I did it. And then I just carried that out throughout my adult life. But the first step in healing or moving in the opposite of direction, a healthier direction, and moving in a direction that takes you in a good place, is you first have to recognize it. And so I have recognized it, and it did not just happen today. I recognized it some time ago. So as I said in the other video, it's a slow progression, and actually it's picking up. I'm getting more comfortable with saying no, and just wanting to elaborate or stress the fact that when I say no, it's not because I'm saying it from a bad place or wanting to just be uncompromising, or not being a person that wants to truly help. It's because I need to say yes to me first. And so if it comes a time where I have to be there for someone, then I'm going to be there for them. I'm all about that. But going forward, I am learning more to show up for myself, and being selfish is not always a bad thing. Being selfish means putting yourself first, or should I say, really thinking about yourself, but truly looking at the motivation behind why you're saying no. And sometimes you don't need a reason for it. But also, we are, as Christians, to help others. And I want to always do that. But I'm not going to do it in the detriment of my good health and my good mental health, physical health, or in the goals that I'm trying to acquire. Another thing that I wanted to add that I didn't add in the first video that I just made not too long ago, is that when you, oh gosh, I just forgot what I was getting ready to say, but it's all in when you say yes to someone, and you're saying yes all the time, that, I was just getting ready to make this point and I forgot. If it comes back to me, I'll bring it back up to you. But what I want to say basically is, when you know what you want, that's the point I want to make. When you get closer to knowing what you want in life and knowing where you're going, then you get better, and it gets easier with saying no, because what they're doing, where they're going, it does not line up with your wants or where you're going. So if you don't have it mastered yet with saying no to others, that's a good way of doing it as well. Journal, sit down with yourself, think about it, and ask yourself, what do you want out of life? Where do you want to go in life? And then once you get that down and it's very clear as to what you want out of life, it's going to get easier and easier to say yes to yourself more and no to others, especially if they're taking you in a totally different direction. Because I just read this also, and I heard it a few years ago, that when you get to where you really, really know what you don't want in life, you don't want a particular thing or relationship or scenario, whatever, you know you don't want it, then go in the opposite direction And when you figure that out, man, you're going to be saying no a whole lot more to some ask. And you're not even going to feel guilty about it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end. JD, say bye-bye. Not JD. Guys, I keep calling Royal JD. JD, for those who don't know, is my dog. I had a Lhasa Poo for... she passed away at 14. I had her for 12 years. All that was my ride or die, and she's no longer with me. So when I have Royal with me, sometimes I call him Jay. So anyway, Royal, we're going to go for a walk. And yeah, I said no to him earlier, and now here I am, because I'm the sweet, loving, kind, gracious person, and I'm never going to change from doing that. But I'm going to get better and better each day in saying yes to myself and putting myself in that box of priority. Okay? I encourage you to do the same. And always know that God is real. He loves you. He's rooting for each and every last one of us to win. Alrighty, guys, let me get out of here before it starts to get really dark. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, guys. See you later. Have peace. Bye-bye.